everyone, welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to be going over a complete beginner's tutorial to the Phemex exchange, all the way from funding your account, placing positions, the different kinds of margin, and withdrawing those sweet profits. You name it, we're going over it today. I'm going to be leaving a link in the description down below, as well as in the pinned comments. Use that link when signing up and you will receive a nice welcoming bonus that Phemex is providing to my community. This is not a sponsored video, but that is an affiliate link and I will get a kickback if you use it. So if you feel I've done a nice job in today's tutorial and you appreciate the free content, then by all means use that link down below as it's free to you and a win-win for both of us. Okay, you guys, let's get on with the tutorial. Alright, creating an account. Remember guys, if you want the welcoming bonus, use this link right here in the description, or click this link here in the comments. They're both the same link. Go ahead and click it, and that's going to take you to this page right over here. Once you're on this page, just put in your email here, choose a really good password, and then hit continue. Once you've created your account, Phemex is going to send you an email verification code. So check your email, find that 6-digit code, and fill it in right here. So once that's complete, you'll be greeted with two options. On the left, you would click Buy Now if you're looking to buy cryptocurrency using a Visa or debit card. And on the right, if you already have crypto like Bitcoin or Litecoin and you're just looking to transfer it in, you'd click on Deposit Now. I'll cover this first and then I'll go over buying crypto using a credit card. So if you already have cryptocurrency that you wish to deposit, just simply click Deposit Now. Once you're toggled to this page here, click Continue. And here you can see your Bitcoin deposit address. You can simply copy that address here, or you can show the QR code here. If you've made any recent Bitcoin deposits, that'll be shown right down below here in your recent history. As you can see, I've sent in approximately $150 worth of Bitcoin for the purposes of this demonstration. I'm going to head back up here to Assets, and I can show you the procedure works for any one of these coins. If it's Ethereum that I want to send, same thing. Come way over here to the far right, click Deposit, click Continue, show QR code, or copy the address. If you're looking to purchase crypto using a credit card or debit card, you can do that from this screen here by simply clicking Buy Now. As you can see, there's various different payment methods to buy crypto on Phemex. You can buy crypto with credit and debit cards, you can buy crypto with Apple Pay, and you can buy crypto with a bank account. They have a step-by-step guide right here, so be sure to click on this link and read it very, very carefully before making your first purchase. Up here in payment details, you can click where it says Bitcoin and it becomes a drop-down menu. From there, you can choose the cryptocurrency that you wish to purchase using fiat. Down below is the buying amount, and you can use one of their quick features by clicking on it, or simply punch in a custom amount. Once this is looking good to you, you can select your preferred payment method from this drop-down menu here. For this tutorial, I'll just simply leave it on Visa and click Buy Now. From here, they're going to want you to choose a channel, and as you can see, there's various different services available over here. They all have different arrival times. This one's 2 to 10 minutes, this one's 1 to 15 minutes, so on and so forth, but they're all roughly around the same. More importantly is how much Bitcoin you're going to get for your fiat purchase. And when you look closely, some are offering you more Bitcoin for your fiat. Once you select a service that works best for you, just simply click on the buy button and follow their instructions from there. Another way to deposit assets into your account is come up to the top right hand side of your screen and hover over where it says Assets, and a drop down menu will appear. Come right down here to this deposit button and click on that. And then it's going to toggle you over to the BTC deposit page again. If you come up here where it says deposit, right underneath that you'll see where it says BTC. If you click that, it becomes a drop-down menu, and you can select any one of these cryptocurrencies. If you wish to see them all displayed on the page at the same time, just come over here where it says Assets and click on that. Here you'll see all the different cryptocurrencies that you can deposit. Over on the far right-hand side, you're going to see where it says Action. Under that is all the different deposit buttons for each cryptocurrency. Beside that is Withdraw, and then beside that is Trade. Remember, we're on the spot wallet. So if we hit any of these trade actions over here, this is going to take us to the spot exchange. Another way to access the Buy Crypto page is found at the top left-hand side of your screen beside the Phemex logo. If you click on Buy Crypto, it takes you back to the page where you can use your credit card, debit card, or Apple Pay to buy more cryptocurrency. Alright, so if you're looking to trade on leverage on Phemex, you're going to have to use the contract account. The contract account is located right next to Spot Wallet, so go ahead and click that. And these are the two accounts that you will need to fund if you're going to be using leverage. If you're going to be trading Bitcoin on leverage using the inverse perpetual contracts, you must transfer in Bitcoin right here by selecting this tab here. Click on Transfer In. And you're going to select what wallet you're going to be sending in from, which obviously it's going to be the Bitcoin wallet if I'm going to be transferring into the Bitcoin account. Down below, you can see my available balance here, which is the $150 worth of Bitcoin that I sent in before. And I can either type in a custom amount of Bitcoin here, or I can just simply select all. For the purposes of this demonstration, I'll simply click all. Once I've done that, I'll hit confirm. Now you're going to see that we've transferred from the Spot wallet over to the contract wallet for trading Bitcoin on leverage. Now, if I would like to transfer back to the Spot wallet, simply click Transfer Out. I'll click All and confirm. And just like that, you can see that the Bitcoin is now back in my Spot wallet over here. If you're looking to trade any of the altcoins on leverage, you're going to have to transfer into this account over here. To do that, simply click on Transfer In. In here, you're going to see at the top from which wallet. In my case, it's the Bitcoin wallet, as I sent Bitcoin in earlier today. If it was Tether, I would just simply click the drop-down menu and select USDT wallet right here. Down below here, you can see that I have an available balance of 0.0045 BTC. That is the Bitcoin I sent earlier today. If I wanted to transfer in a custom amount, I would just simply type that in here. If I want to quickly transfer in all the amount, I could just click on all here, and all my Bitcoin will be placed in here for transfer. Once that's done, click on Get Quotation. You have 15 seconds to execute here, and basically what this is telling you is how much USD you'll be receiving for your Bitcoin. If this checks out, simply click Confirm. Once you've transferred in your BTC or Tether into your USD trade account, you'll be able to see your balance right here. Down below that will be your available balance. As you can see, my available balance is less than my overall balance. This is simply because I've deployed a small amount of capital into a trade. Over here, you'll be able to see your unrealized P&L and your position margin. To the far right is your account equity. In my case, it's 174 USD. And as you can see, I won't be buying myself a Lambo anytime soon. Now on the far right, Phemex has another feature here called the investment account. And essentially, it's like a savings account. You can deposit USDT into this account and earn up to 7% annual percentage yield. You can transfer in by using this action here, and you can transfer out of this account by using this action here. But there's also this option here, which is known as fixed subscription. So in the fixed subscription, you can choose a duration, which is down below here, and you can earn up to 10% annual percentage yield. But it is important to note that once the subscription has been completed, funds will be frozen in the account and cannot be withdrawn until the lockup period concludes. So be sure to consider that, you guys, if you're going to be using the fixed subscription option, as your money won't be available to you for a period of time. Alright, let's go over some of the pairings. In order to get to this page here, just simply come up to the Phemex logo at the top left-hand side of your screen and give that a click. So right off the bat, you're going to see 5 of their spot pairings here. If you click on contract, you'll see 5 of their contract pairings here. If you wish to see all the pairings, just simply click View More down below here. This is going to toggle you over to this page here. Another way to access this page is by simply clicking on the Markets tab up at the top of the page. You're going to see that they have their spot pairings listed first. As you scroll down the page, you'll see where their contract pairings begin. A more efficient way to toggle between the two is by simply clicking on Spot for spot pairings and Contract for contract pairings. Remember, if you're going to be trading any of these contract pairings on margin, you're going to have to transfer from your spot account to your contract account, as we went over in the earlier part of this tutorial. The same is true for the spot pairings. If you're going to be trading these pairings here, you need to make sure that it's your spot account that is funded. When you've selected a pairing that you wish to trade, you're simply going to come over here and under Action, you're going to click the Buy and Sell tab. And that's going to take you over to the trading platform. So here we have the user interface for the spot pairings. The pairing that I selected is BTC USD. On the left here is where you'll be placing all your orders. Down below is where your orders will appear once they're placed. In the middle is obviously your chart, which is powered by TradingView. To your right is your recent trades panel, and just below that is your order book. What's kind of cool is at the bottom right hand side of each of these panels, you can actually grab onto them and adjust them however you see fit. So if you wish to customize your user interface, you can just do so by grabbing and dragging the panel. I personally like this layout right here. If you want to add indicators to your chart, you can just simply come up here to the Indicator tab, click on that, and this drop-down menu will appear. From here, you can just type in whatever indicator it is that you like to use. If you like to use the RSI, simply type in RSI, and you can select the Relative Strength Index. It'll appear down below. If you like the MACD, just simply type in MACD. Add that. Now you can see that we have a MACD as well as the RSI. On the left-hand side of the chart, you're going to see a whole bunch of tools right here, all the way from trend lines to Fibonacci retracements, rectangles and boxes, all kinds of very helpful things that you can use to identify areas of interest on the chart. For today's video, I'll just simply draw a few trend lines in. There's a pretty obvious descending trend line there. And let's plot in a few horizontals as well, just for some very key areas to be paying attention to on this current chart. That looks pretty good like that. If you want to toggle your drawings on and off, you can just simply come down here to this eye icon. You can click on that. It toggles your drawing tools off. Click on it again, and they'll reappear. These are very helpful for placing positions as well as managing risk. If you wish to customize your lines, you can do so by just simply clicking on it. Go to the pencil icon and click on that. And in this panel, you can change the color. With this slider bar here, you can adjust the opacity of it. If you click the tab just over to the right of the pencil, you can adjust the thickness of the line. Once you're done, just simply click off the panel. Once your lines are up on the chart, you can actually move them around. Just go ahead and click and hold, and then you can drag it wherever you want it. Once you're done, just click off the panel. And if you wish to remove all your drawing tools in very quick order, just come down here to this trash icon and give that a click. Boom, they're gone. All right, let's talk about placing orders. So on the left here, you're going to see your place order panel. First up is limit order. So what is this? A limit order is an order that you're going to place on the order book over here. A limit order makes you a market maker because you're providing liquidity to the order book. Because of this, you'll pay a much smaller fee for this order if the order executes. Another advantage to placing a limit order is that you can identify a specific area of interest on the asset's chart and strategically place an order at that level. This is known as a resting buy if it's a buy order, or a resting sell if it's a short order. This order will only fill if price action reaches your order in the order book. Alright, let's go over an example of placing a limit order. So over here in the place order box, you can see that it's set to buy and to limit. Earlier in this tutorial, we were plotting in some horizontals. So let's say I want to be a buyer of Bitcoin if price is to get down to this horizontal here. I can see that I have that horizontal plotted in at $30,174. So I'll simply come over here to limit price and type that in, $30,174. Down below here, you can see that I can use 25% of my capital up to 100% of my capital. For this demonstration, I'll just click 100% and buy BTC. This box will pop up here and it shows me that my order is 30,174. The amount of Bitcoin that I'll receive, and time in force is good till canceled, and we'll go over that later in this video. If this all checks out, I'll just simply hit confirm. Now I have an order placed on the order book, and I can see my order under Active Orders tab down below here. Remember, this order will only fill if price gets down to 30,174. This is my resting buy order. If I wish to cancel this order for whatever reason, I can do so by just coming over here to the far right and click cancel. Now my order has been removed. Now here's an example of a limit sell order. Simply come over here, click on the sell box. I'm going to come back over to my chart and look at my horizontals. I see I've got one plotted here at $34,585. So let's say I want to sell my Bitcoin if price gets up to that level. Simply come over here to the limit price and type that in, 34,585. Down below here, I can choose how much of my Bitcoin I wish to sell if price gets up to that level. For this demonstration, I'll just click 100%, sell BTC. This box comes up again, and it shows me my order price, the amount to spend, time in force is good till canceled. If this checks out, I'd simply hit confirm. Now you can see I've placed that sell order on the order books. It's visible under Active Orders tab right down below. Remember, this Bitcoin will only sell if price reaches that target of 34,585. This is my resting sell order or take profit order. Now down at the very bottom of your place order panel, you're going to see good till canceled. If you click on that, it becomes a drop-down menu with a few different options. Most exchanges have these. Good till canceled means that an order will remain on the order book until it is filled or canceled. Intermediate or canceled is an order to buy or sell that must be executed immediately. Any portion of that order that cannot be filled gets canceled. And down below is fill or kill. This is an order to buy or sell that must be executed immediately in its entirety, otherwise the entire order will be canceled. Simply pick whichever one of these works best for you before placing your order by simply clicking on it. Let's talk about placing market orders. So in order to do that, you would just simply click on the Market tab right next to Limit Order. What a market order is an order that will execute immediately at the best available price. You'll pay a higher fee for this order because it does not get placed on the order book. This kind of order makes you a market taker because it removes liquidity from the order books. For this reason, you'll pay a higher fee to execute these orders. Exchanges typically like to incentivize traders to provide liquidity to their order book. To execute a market order, all you need to do is type in the amount of Bitcoin you wish to purchase here, or you can use any one of these options down below. I'll just go ahead and deploy all my capital and click Buy BTC. This box will pop up here. Order price is at market, amount to receive of Bitcoin, and time in force is immediate or cancel. Confirm. And as you can see, I've just simply bought myself some BTC down here. To market sell BTC, just simply click on the Sell tab here, punch in the amount of Bitcoin you wish to sell, or use one of these quick options down below, and click Sell BTC. And you're going to see down below here that my order has filled. Conditional orders. In order to place a conditional order, just click on the Conditional tab next to Market. You're going to see two types of conditional orders that you can place, Limit and Market. A conditional limit order is an order that will be placed on the order book when a specific condition is met. So here's a scenario where a conditional order might be useful. Let's say I want to be a buyer of Bitcoin if it breaks out above this horizontal level here. I see that I have that horizontal plotted in at 34,585. So I'm going to come over here to trigger price and type that in, 34,585. The next thing I need to do is select the limit price. This will be the order that gets placed on the books if this condition is met. Now it's important to note that you don't want your limit price too close to your trigger price. The reason for this is when Bitcoin breaks out, sometimes it's happening so fast that the engine doesn't have enough time to place this order on the books. So you want to make sure there's enough room between your trigger price and the limit price. That way you increase your chances of filling your order. So I'm just going to come over here to the chart, and I'm going to pick an area that's just slightly above this wick over here. So let's just go with 35,377. 35,377, and I'll type that into the limit price. For this demonstration here, I'll just go ahead and click 100% and then buy BTC. This panel pops up and it tells you what your trigger price is. In other words, this is the condition that needs to be met for the order to be placed on the books at 35,377. The amount of Bitcoin that I'll be receiving, and time in force is good till canceled. If I like this and it all checks out, I just simply hit confirm. Now you're going to see this order appears under your conditional orders tab. So you just click on that and then you can see all the information down below. You can see that this is untriggered as price action has not hit my condition. To place a conditional market order, just simply click on market. Let's use the same scenario. We want to be a buyer of Bitcoin if it breaks above this horizontal here. So in this case, because it's a market order, let's go up a little bit above this wick to make sure that this breakout's legit. Let's go ahead and put this down at 35,214. You can see I've already got that punched in. Select 100%, click buy, confirm. Now you're going to see the order come up under conditional here. But beware, this is a market order. If Bitcoin is breaking out and moving very quickly, it's going to give you the best available price to what you've selected. If Bitcoin's very volatile, you may not get exactly what you've put in here. So just beware of slippage. If you want to cancel the order, just go ahead and hit cancel. All right, let's move over to margin trading. So just come up to the top here and click on select markets. And right beside spot, you're going to see contract. Go ahead and give that a click. And then you can pick whatever pairing it is that you wish to trade. For the tutorial, I'll just pick Link USD. So you're probably noticing that your UI looks a little bit different than mine does. Remember, each one of these panels is customizable. If you come down to the bottom right-hand corner, you can literally click, hold down, and toggle the size of the panel. Or you can even click near the top of each panel and you can move them entirely. This is just simply the layout that I like to use. Over here, you can see the recent trades, order books just below that, depth of charts below that. On the left-hand side, you can see my contract details, and up above is the order panel. Once an order is placed, it'll appear down here in open positions. So over here on the left-hand side, you can see the order panel, and it's relatively similar to the order panel on the spot market. You have your limit order options here, or you can click here for your market orders, and you can access your conditional orders by clicking here. Of course, there's a lot more going on over here, as this is a contract order panel that allows you to trade on margin. So right here, you're going to see a post-only option. And a post-only order is used by traders who would like to ensure that they can receive a maker rebate when this limit order is filled. In other words, this order can only be placed if it will enter the order book, rather than executed immediately. If you wish to use this option, you just simply check this box here. So right below that is the reduce only option. A reduce only order is used by traders who would like to reduce their current position size or to close the position completely. Therefore, by choosing reduce only, any order which might increase their position will be canceled or will be adjusted to the contract quantity to match the contract size of the open position. If you wish to use this option, just simply check that box. Below that is bracket order. And a bracket order is a type of order where you can enter a new position along with a target, exit, and a stop loss order. As soon as the main order is executed, the system will place 2 or more orders, profit taking, and a stop loss. If you hover over this little question mark here, this link pops up here. If you click on that, it takes you over to this page here. And Phemex has a video right here that you guys can watch to get a better understanding of this. Down below that is this drop-down menu here with good till canceled, immediate or canceled, or fill or kill. Same as spot. So right down below is this slider bar, and this is where you can adjust your isolated margin. We'll get into this in just a minute. But first, let's take a look at the contract details. So here's where all the contract details are. And some of the key things to pay attention to is the funding rate. To see more details on the contract details, just simply click this More button here. And here you can see that every 8 hours is the funding interval, and it tells you what the funding rate is here. When the funding rate is positive, the price of the perpetual contract is higher than the mark price. Thus, traders who are long pay for short positions. Conversely, a negative funding rate indicates that the perpetual prices are below the mark price, which means that short positions pay for longs. This takes place every 8 hours, so it's good to keep an eye on this. If you exit your position before that 8 hours expires, then you can get away without paying the funding rate. Right up above is your initial margin fee. And your initial margin is the percent of a purchase price that must be paid when using a margin account. And just below that is your maintenance margin. Maintenance margin is the minimum amount of equity that an investor must maintain in the margin account after the purchase has been made. So it's a great idea to keep these in mind when entering positions. All right, let's head back to the order panel. So let's go over what isolated margin is. Isolated margin is the margin balance allocated to an individual position. Isolated margin mode allows traders to manage their risk on their individual positions by restricting the amount of margin allocated to each one. The allocated margin balance for each position can be individually adjusted using the slider bar right here. Now, it is notable that a lot of really big professional traders don't use much isolated margin. Most don't use any at all, but if they do, they don't typically go over about the 4x mark. Getting upwards of beyond that is getting really, really risky, and you run the risk of having that position liquidated quite easily when price goes against you. In the event that you do get liquidated while using isolated margin, you're going to lose that entire position size, so anything that you put into it. I personally prefer to use the cross margin option, and cross margin is a margin shared between your position and backed by your entire wallet balance of the funding currency. This margin method reduces the risk of liquidation. Any realized P&L from other closed positions using the same funding currency can aid in adding margin on an open losing position. So that's all well and good. But the dark side of cross margin is this. If you do find yourself getting liquidated, you'll lose your entire balance. So unlike isolated margin where you'll lose your position, in cross margin, you'll lose everything. So it's definitely a great idea to get your risk management in check, learn how you like to set your stop losses before ever trying to use the cross margin feature. Once your risk management is in check, I do find cross margin to be a deadlier weapon than using the isolated margin. So when you're ready to put in your first position, you can simply just choose one of these isolated margins that you'd like to use. If you'd like to trade on Forex, you just simply click that. And you're going to get a little prompt down here that lets you know that the margin's been adjusted to 4x. If you want to use 20x, you just simply click on this. And again, this prompt pops up letting you know that it's been adjusted. Now, if you want to have a custom amount of margin, you can simply click right here. And you can punch that in. So if you wanted to do 15.5, just type it in like that and then click the check mark. And then you're going to see a prompt down here that says it's been adjusted to 15.5. If you want to use cross margin, just leave it over here on cross. So once you've selected your leverage down below here, you can come up here and place your order. I'll use the limit order as an example. So let's say I want to be a buyer of the red 10 simple moving average here. I can see that that's coming in around $22.63 on the daily. So I'll just go ahead and type that in. Here I can enter in a custom amount, or I can use one of these options here. For this tutorial, I'll just select 50% and buy long. Then this panel is going to pop up over here with some important information. Most importantly is your estimated liquidation price. I can see that my liquidation price is $17.19, and the current distance to that is $6.22. If I'm happy with all this, I can go ahead and click confirm. Now you're going to see that this is going to come up under active orders because price action has to retrace down to the 10 simple moving average before it fills. So if I wish to view the details of it, I just click on active orders down below. And I can see that my quantity is 18, order price here, and all the other details down below here. And remember, if you use the market option, the order will fill right away, but you will pay a higher fee. So let's talk about setting take profits as well as stop losses when placing an order. So I'll just quickly retrace my steps and click buy long. You can see down below here that there's a take profit option. I can simply check that box. And let's say I'm targeting $25. I just simply type that in here. Down here, you can adjust your trigger condition. So you can use the last price, or you can select mark price from the drop-down menu. Just below that is your stop loss option. I'll go ahead and check that. And let's say I want to set my stop loss somewhere down below the 10 simple moving average. So how about 22.39 will do. Once I'm satisfied with all this, I can click confirm. Now my order appears under active orders, but this time it's showing me my take profit at $25 and my stop loss at $22.39. You can also see my buy area right here on the 10 simple moving average. Now another cool feature is you can actually adjust this by simply grabbing onto it and you can drag it. So I could drag it up there if I want to. I could bring it down a little bit tighter to the 10 if I want to. And it quickly amends the order for me. I can also cancel the order by simply clicking on this X right here. And as you can see down below, order canceled. Now if you wish to close a position, there's a couple ways to do that. You can do that up over here on your order panel, or you can do that down here and you can close with a limit by clicking here. And then you can put in your limit price and then hit confirm. Or you can just close with market here, but remember, you'll pay a higher fee for closing a market position. Let's head back to the home page. Why would we want a sub-account? A sub-account essentially allows you to go long and short on the same coin. You can be long on one account and short on your sub-account. This is especially useful if there's a big breakout in price action coming, but you're just not sure which way it will break. When the breakout occurs, you can close the losing position and allow your winning position to run. Another useful scenario for a sub-account is if you're a cross-margin trader and you don't want your entire BTC balance exposed to liquidation. You could always store a portion of your BTC in a sub-account and trade with whatever BTC you're comfortable with on your primary account. Of course, before we open a trade, it's always important to define our risk and manage it accordingly with a stop loss. All right, here's how to create a sub-account. Up at the top right, where your name is, just hover over that, the drop-down menu appears. Scroll down to sub-accounts, click on that. You're going to see I have a couple sub-accounts already added, but if you want to add one, you just click Add Sub-Account. If you want to change the details of the sub-account, you just click on Settings. And this is where you can change the nickname of it. We can call this one Short Position. If you wish to change other details, such as the email associated with this sub-account, you just click Change here. And if you want to set a password to it, you can just click on Change right here. Once you're satisfied with the details, you can just close this box out. In order to transfer funds into your sub-account, you just simply click on Transfer. From here, you can select from main account to sub-account. In this case, we got BTC, but you can click the drop-down menu and we can go to USDT or any other one of these assets. We'll just stick with BTC for this demonstration. I'm just going to click on All, Confirm. And as you can see, I've moved a tiny little bit of BTC into that sub-account. Once you're ready to put on a position with your sub-account, all you do is you hit Switch. Now we're operating out of the long position sub-account. When we're ready to put on a position, we just go up to Markets, and then we select whatever position we're looking to put on from there. When we're ready to add positions from our other sub-accounts, we just simply come back up here, switch account, and you can come to this drop-down menu and we can enter short position account. Now we've switched to the short position account, which is noted up at the top, and then we can come on and we can put our short position on, selecting one of these markets. Once we're satisfied with our positions and wish to switch back to our main account, go up to the top right, click right here, switch accounts, go back to your main account. And that's all there is to it. Let's head back to the home page. When you're ready to withdraw some of your sweet profits, that's a fairly simple process as well. Just come up over here, hover over Assets, come down to this drop-down menu and click on Withdraw. That's going to bring you over to this page here. And it says for the safety of your account's assets, you need to enable the following security settings before withdrawing money. And we should always be using a Google Authenticator 2FA anyways to keep our funds safe. So you're going to simply just click on Bind Now. So go ahead and click on Bind Now. That's going to take you to this page here. And you're going to click on Bind Google 2FA and carefully follow the instructions. So when binding your G2FA, make sure you write down that Google key. That's a very important key. Write it down in a safe place and don't lose it. So after binding your G2FA, you can now make a withdrawal. You can see right here that I have BTC selected up at the top. Down here is where you would choose a withdrawal address. You just click on this and you can add your withdrawal address here. So go ahead and click that and add in your address. Down below here, it's going to show you what your available balance is. Mine is a whopping 0 BTC. And you can see right here, minimum withdrawal amount. And you're going to see what your withdrawal fee will be. You can also click this button here to quickly toggle in all of your available balance. Once that is all done, you just hit withdrawal and follow the instructions. If you wish to withdraw a different coin, just come back up here, right under where it says withdrawal, and click on this drop-down menu and select whatever coin it is you wish to withdraw. If you wish to withdraw Ethereum, just click on that and follow the same instructions. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, use the link in the description down below or in the pinned comments to receive your welcoming bonus when signing up. I will get a kickback for this, so if you feel I've done a nice job in this tutorial and you appreciate the free content, then by all means use the link, as it's a win-win for both of us. Thank you so much for coming by, you guys. Stay safe out there, happy trading, and I'll see you in the next video.